let's get into your current role.
I think it's just cool that you are
Yeah.
at Northrop Grumman. Like how cool is that? That out of everywhere, your entire career, you've ended up here. It's a pretty cool role and organization.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And I often find myself reflecting with gratitude and maybe a little shock that I'm in this position today. And it's not that me or my team are doing great things. We're certainly trying to and trying to step up to the legacy of the organization that you're talking about, whether it be space exploration or there's things in miniaturization of processing capabilities or stealth aircraft or what. I mean, like there's so much neat stuff that's happening. It's a fascinating organization. It's also interesting to me because I came to Northrop Grumman from Honeywell, and Honeywell was, I have been there in a little bit, but when I was there, certainly a manufacturing company.
Yeah.
So the question is, how do we take this design and build it or develop and deliver it as efficiently as possible? Northrop Grumman is an engineering company. And so the question is, how do we engineer this thing for the highest amount of capability? Yeah. And when there's a problem or a challenge in how we manufacture it, we look at it from an engineering lens and go, are there more elegant solutions to the engineering that will make this easier to manufacture? And that's a very different use case and hypothesis. And I think it's a different challenge to solve in terms of how, as an IT organization or a technology organization, do you remain credible in the eyes of the people producing technology that literally kind of shapes the world and that we know today. And so it's an exciting place to be. It's a humbling place to be. And the legacy matters. But there's a lot of pride in the company too, which I think is well earned. Yeah.
When you talked about knowing about the evolution of a company, and that kind of helps you with better decision making, I feel like that's ingrained, that creativity and the research and scientists. I mean, you guys are doing some bleeding edge stuff. From an IT perspective, though, how do you balance the mundane? Like, to me, I feel like that would be a challenge. Is you're supporting these folks that are doing incredibly innovative stuff, but when you need to, do something about improving employee onboarding or something relatively mundane like that, how do you rally the troops on that, or how do you get them excited about those types of changes?
Yeah, I would never underestimate our ability to overcomplicate a thing, including mundane things. I mean, there's that piece of it. But jokes aside, I think it's really important to look at what you deliver, and this, we talked about earlier, the idea of business concepts translating beyond a current role or a current set of customers or whatever it is. And this, I think, is a fundamental business concept. It doesn't matter whether you manage 5 people or 5,000 people. This still is relevant. You need to understand and be deliberate about how you approach your organization and meeting the needs of the company or the customers that you're working for. And in the deliberateness of that, you start with, what are my core deliverables for my organization? Do I have the right leadership team? Am I organized in a way that makes sense? What's my vision for that team? Right? So who do we seek to be? What's my mission? Who do we choose to be today? And then understanding the strategy of the company and then translating that into, very deliberately, the strategy of the organization. And then you get into culture and other things that allow you to continue to mature. But there's lots of different ways to do this. But for me, there's a series of very deliberate steps. So then you go back to this idea of mundane things. One of the parts of your strategy, your identity, your culture, has to be acknowledging that as a function, IT delivers not only on net new things, but also the responsible, secure, compliant delivery of current things. That has to be a part of the identity that you establish, and doing that in really good ways or great ways. There are ways to measure that still can give you pride in the delivery of that. It's easy for an organization or for a company to just say, oh, we sell products, therefore IT's value is in the deployment of new product or new capability or new solutions. And we have to remind ourselves and our internal customers regularly, we have a responsibility here as well. And so I think shaping your strategy that way, shaping your mission that way, is very important, and that lets your team get behind it. I think instilling a sense of ownership is a thing we could talk all day about. I think that incremental improvement is critical, and you can own onboarding. You can own PC delivery. You can own mobile. You can own commodity spaces and really get very, very good at them.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm most proud about in my career is something that we did at Honeywell together, which was around automating PCs and PC delivery, where there was no approval necessary. The entire process was automated. That rolled into the leases, that rolled into the ordering, that built on standards, that built on personas. Like, that's not easy to do, but you can be really proud of it, even though it's a commodity space. So I think that's a big piece of how we approach that, and we get excited about the net new stuff. Right? There's tons of energy around that, but understanding good and great in your own space can get you excited no matter what you do.
Yeah, that's fair. And I think it's really, you're enabling the the scientists, the innovators, all of that stuff. IT can really be the grease that kind of enables all of that smooth action when you have all those fundamentals in place.
It's so true. And if we, from a vision perspective, we talk about being a catalyst for business, right? And so, does our customer have confidence in how we deliver? Do we have capabilities that we can bring that actually transcend internal support to our external customers, and so on and so forth? So that's where we want to be. But our mission is to be an accelerant. Right. And I remember the days in IT where you would say, IT is a necessary evil, or it's a cost center, or,
I think some of that still exists today.
All the time. Right. But we, especially in these days, in the technology that's available today, we can be an accelerant. We can help engineers be more effective. We can help HR be more effective. We can help legal be more effective, and be thought leaders in how they leverage technology to advance their own missions.
Yeah.
And that's to your point, that's a really exciting area to lean in.
Yeah, be that force multiplier.